Hey everyone, I'm Tim Echols. I'm the host of Energy Matters Live. My co-host, Casey Boyce from Decatur. Casey, how's it going?
Good morning, Tim. Happy Earth Week to you.
Yeah, it is Earth Week. We'll have an Earth Day. We just had an Earth Day actually this week. And it's really an Earth Month as many businesses, sustainability leaders, individuals focus on Earth Day. And Casey, we want to give our audience a number of suggestions on things that they can do, to maybe they've never celebrated Earth Day and maybe they've never thought about it. And we want to give folks some things that they can do that, little things make a difference. Doesn't it, Casey? You don't have to do everything, right?
Yep. A little homework and a little experimentation, and maybe you'll find something that you really like.
Well, I want to get started, Casey, because we're going to do one about every 30 seconds. Rainwater collection is something that our Department of Natural Resources is encouraging folks to do. They actually help you create a rain barrel of an old Coke syrup barrel, and we made one. My daughter and I did it together, $25, and they provided the drills and everything. So it was really cool. I actually have it sitting in my office to show people who come in, but there's a lot of folks that just connect it to their gutter.
Very cool. Yeah, we've got rainwater collection at our house. Is very nice. So I'm going to suggest folks, if they are interested in experimenting with not driving their car, get an e-bike. There are a lot of great e-bike models out there. These are bikes that have a small battery and an electric assist. So the days of arriving really sweaty or puffing up hills are really gone. They're a lot of fun to ride around town. And, some people have found that they've been able to replace one of their cars with an e-bike and do everything that they need to do.
And I'll pop on Twitter, me on an e-bike, Alan Shedd's e-bike. Casey, the second one for me is either reusing grocery bags. So, these are just plastic bags, and I try not to get them because I normally, Casey, I'm taking in one of these, but we all forget, and sometimes I don't. But reusing it, recycling it, most grocery stores have a place out front, like a little trash bin. But, these, and this one's a United Consulting bag, but a lot of companies make these, and I just take it in and it's just good stewardship, reuse. It's really kind of an old-fashioned value. My grandparents did a lot of reuse. I've even seen people reuse little baggies, wash them out, dry them, and reuse those.
All right, confession time, Tim. We do that in my household. So there you go. But, staying on this same topic, one other thing that folks can do, a lot of communities around the state offer recycling programs. But what can be recycled actually changes over time depending on market conditions. And the issue is if you put things out that can't be recycled, oftentimes that stuff ends up in the landfill because it gums up the work. So the piece of homework that I have for people is to go take a look at your community's recycling program guidelines, understand what can be recycled and what can't, and just do what you need to do to recycle accordingly.
My next one is buying a used EV. You guys hear me talk about EVs all the time, but a used EV, if you have more than one car, is a great idea because you're going to have somebody that has a short commute. These things are cheap, and someone like our sponsor, BMW, they will loan you the car for 3 days without any commitment. All you got to do is show your insurance card and your driver's license. They'll let you drive it for 3 days, and you can kind of get a feel for whether this would work, how it works. And if Georgia's going to be in the supply chain for batteries, which we are now, that the deal was made between LG and SK Innovations, hey, you owe it to yourself to at least, test it out, and see how it works.
That's right. Yeah. That was going to be one of my pieces of advice is, when you're ready to get your next car, at least test an EV. Check it out. Like you said, BMW gives folks the opportunity to do that. So my other one, since you stole my thunder there, Tim, is if you already have an EV, go ahead and charge it overnight. Most EVs have a timer in there that allow you to set it during off-peak periods, say 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., something like that. and that'll reduce the stress on the grid. That may tie into one of your other homework pieces here, Tim, but if you've got that EV, charge it overnight.
Yeah, my next one is pick up litter of other people. And Casey, I picked up this milk basket. It's a little bit sticky. I need to use some hand sanitizer when I set it down. I picked it up this morning on the way to this broadcast. Wow. It was in the center lane. There was a bunch of traffic on both sides of this little back road. So I pulled into the center lane. There's a big cement truck behind me. I pulled in, I got out, put my flashers on. I picked up this, and I'm going to either use it or put it in the recycle bin because it is plastic. And it drives my wife crazy that I pick up other people's litter. But, I learned this in Japan, Casey, because the Japanese, they carry a little litter bag in their backpack, and they take their litter home. And, man, we got a lot to learn from our Japanese colleagues on how to make our area, our earth, more beautiful.
Absolutely. So I'm going to kind of transition here to the home, and regular listeners have heard us talk about this a number of times before, but if you haven't already, get a home energy audit. There are online audits that are available that are quick and free, usually through your power company. But you can also get someone to come out and do one in your home, once you've been vaccinated and all that good stuff. And they'll take a look and see where there are leaks and make recommendations for you to invest in smart things that'll reduce your energy use, but more importantly, will make you more comfortable in your home.
Yeah, mine's kind of an outside thing too, and that is cooking outside, right? I have a gas grill, propane, and propane and methane are good things. I talk about it all the time here on Energy Matters. And just yesterday I cooked chicken out for the family. The day before I cooked a burger. It's got a little eye on it. I'll also cook, a vegetable out there as well. And it just keeps the heat from building up in the house, keeps the AC from having to run longer, and saves energy.
Your homework for our listeners is much tastier than mine, by the way. But I'll stick with that same theme with cooking, which is, if you currently eat a lot of meat, experiment with eating less meat. Maybe do a meatless Mondays kind of thing, or try one of the plant-based alternatives. The Beyond Burgers or Impossible Burgers are actually pretty good, and that'll help reduce your environmental footprint. Look, I'm not saying you don't have to, you can't eat meat any other time, but just experiment with other ways of cooking and eating things that aren't meat.
And Casey, I think that's going to do it. I think that's going to do it today for us. Thanks for being on today, everybody. I hope you take advantage of the Earth Day opportunities that you have and take some of Casey's.